Welcome to another episode of Afternoon Live. It's Wednesday, the 9th of April, and here we go. I was just actually doing some of Varesa's story quest. But yeah, as you all know, baga. But anyways, on today's episode that we're going to talk about is, haven't you noticed when you're strolling all over the websites, tapos actually we are internet surfers nowadays. Okay, most of us were like internet surfers. So what you notice about surfing on the web? So halimbawa, if you go to Google Chrome or something, even when you go to social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or even watching some videos on YouTube. Well, because today's topic we're going to share about it this afternoon is more on the information architecture and web navigation. So if you don't have any idea about what is it, so it means to say that here we go. The web's interface is becoming increasingly important as the websites in everyday life. So what do you mean by this, Chanmates? Okay, increasingly important. So web interface that we're going to apply. So when we are using websites, or how am I going to put this? Websites in everyday life. So we're just going to okay, because you might be navigating yung mga items or interesting topics that you want to search, or something that you may be curious about it, or halimbawa on this program I'm actually searching for some interesting topics that I want to share, or something that you might be curious about. So there you go. Okay, so kaya we're going to elaborate more on this one later on, but the web interface has becoming increasingly important as websites in the everyday life. Now, we're going to the differences first between the web and the GUI interfaces. So if you don't know, if you don't have any idea what you mean by GUI, it means the graphical, sorry, why do I say graphical? The graphical user interface. That's what we're going to talk about here. Okay, but the principles of the human-computer interaction in the user interface design were developed in the context of graphical user interface design, the GUI, but they apply equally well to the web interface design. Now, we're going to talk about the difference for a little bit. So, for the web, it is more on okay, it is less secure and less private. The platform is independent and has more dynamic content and so on. Broader audience. Users just use the web directly, just like what we're doing when we're surfing the net, just like watching videos on YouTube, or strolling out or surfing social media like Facebook and so on, or even searching on Google. I don't know how to interpret this, but why should we? Okay. And the web navigation, by the way, is user controlled. So we are the users, and the one who made those website, we have to consider the users. It's just like when we are considering the audience when we're creating programs like this. But in this case, here we go. For web navigation, it is user control. It means to say that we are the boss on where should we go for a website, which website or any websites that we are controlling, or put this in words, please. While for the graphical user interface, so let's say it is more secure and more private, and the platform is dependent and has more or less static content, and so on. GUIs may only have one entry point, and the menus are user controlled. Now here we go. Let's talk about something about the information and interactive websites, as well as the information architecture. So here we go. The web is originally created to provide access to information, as this is still a key function of many websites. Then applications have emerged for interactive websites. One example would be if you want to go for online shopping, it's there. Or even if you wanted to look out for information where you want to buy some goods, or here we go. Applications have emerged for interactive websites, just like the one in YouTube, um, or something, or anyway. But anyway, most of the sites or many sites, if not all, relies on both information and interaction. So they will give, so yung mga websites ay ihahatid sa inyo ang mga impormasyon, and at the same time magbigyan daan ang interaction. So it means to say, like if you have some activities that you wanted to do, or just like gaming as well, it involves interaction, diba? And successful websites make use of the interaction design and information architecture. Now, if you have no idea what you mean by this information architecture, it allows the user to move through site content effectively by creating organizational and navigational schemes. And so that means it involves organizing and creating a structure para sa mga content. Okay, so no matter what content are you looking for, it's just like you have to make use of that, diba? And it is closely related to navigation. So what do you mean by this? So they provide the way for a user to find the site content that has been organized. So why does it have to be organized? Yung mga content, bakit i-organisa when you create websites like this? Kasi you might wanted to, if you have something to find, or if you're going to have look for a content that comes from a specific website that you might be interested to check it out, or where it belongs to that place, then yan ang nakuha ng mga information like that. Okay, so here we go. We have, okay, here we go. So yung mga organization structures, let's go there. There are four kinds. Four kinds ba? Okay. So there are four kinds of yung mga structures sa organization. So one is what we call the hierarchical structure, which is also known as the tree structure, which is just like if you have noticed, yung isang parent class tapos ay ipapasa ng information sa mga child class. So yan ang nakikita sa tree structure. And take note this is the most common site structure. And one more thing, each page can have different subpages, which represents narrower concepts. Okay, so it means to say, parang nakita nyong isang binary search tree so like if you're looking for something, yung mga content na you're looking for, then it should have belonged to this specific classification, diba? Tama ba? So yan ang tinatawag na hierarchical structure. It's just like yan ang pinaka-common na site. Another one is organic structures, which has no consistent pattern or sections. It means to say, parang isang free form, or yan ang naka-encourage para sa free form exploration. But unfortunately, ang disadvantage ito is that this might become difficult for you if you're going to search something, and it might be difficult to find the specific information of your topic of interest that you're looking for. Kasi in the first place, no consistent pattern, it means to say, parang you might be asking this yourself. If you're going to search for this specific topic, where am I finding? Where did I get this topic? So yan ang organic something. Anyway, another one is sequential structures, which is familiar in offline media. Bakit ang offline media ay nakatawag yung sequential structures? Here we go. Kasi yung um, ha? Kasi yung isang libro, because I think you might be referring to this yung e-books na what are you searching for this kind of page, or yung mga offline activities that you don't need, or offline applications that you don't need an application, or kumbaga yung Google Earth, or not sure because you know what, it's been a while. And they're often used in websites for small sections such as articles or tutorials, or in task-based aspects. Then, growing websites, ang isang effective structure, which is one that can accommodate growth and adapt to change by allowing the addition sa mga bagong content within the section, or even you're going to create. It's just like when you're creating some playlists, 'di ba? Yung mga content creators, if you notice na naroon sa YouTube, that you have your own playlist of some interests that you might wanted to put in. Sorry if my interpretation is bad, so it's just the way of understanding. But anyway, breaks na muna tayo. Afternoon Live will be right back after this. Welcome back to Afternoon Live, and right now let's go to talk about a little bit sa mga navigation systems. So there are different classifications para sa mga navigation systems. So here we go. First of all, we're going to talk about the difference between global and local navigation. So yung mga difference sa between global and local, it means to say ang local mula sa inyong originating source, or somewhere that how am I going to say this? Yung mga isang nearby things na where are you actually coming from, or somewhere you're originating or something. Yung global navigation is to anywhere, so parang isang worldwide. So ang local, think of it as if you're in this country, in your home country, yan ang isang tahanan. So let's think of yung local as if inyong tahanan, while ang global is anywhere outside of your home, or something like that, whether if it's a country or a place or a city. So para sa navigation, as a navigation system, here we go. Ang global navigation allows the user to navigate to the key set of access points to get from one end of the site to the other. Ang example is yung isang link na pupunta na tayo sa homepage. Sa local ay ipaprovide niyang mga access para sa tinatawag na nearby content. So let's say it's local. It's your home or something like that. Ang local navigation is generally the system that used most often, or let's say commonly used. And let's go to the others kinds of navigation system. Supplementary navigation provides shortcuts to the related content. So ibig sabihin related content which is not easily accessible through the global and local navigations. Ang contextual tongue twisting contextual navigation is embedded as hyperlinks in the content of the page and gives users immediate access, so kaagad na access to something relevant to what are they reading without having to look for the correct navigation element. And here's some similarity. Supplementary and contextual navigation provide similar paths through the site structure but differ in a way they appear on the page. Now let's go to courtesy navigation, which provides access to items which the user does not need or no need on a regular basis, but are commonly provided as para sa mga convenience reasons. So, provided lang as convenience. So, ang halimbawa nito is yung contact information, privacy statements, at ang legal disclaimers, yung mga disclaimers. Then, ang personalization and social navigation is yung mga sites ay ipatrack ang some aspect of a user to provide easy navigation to content which is of specific interest. Okay, anong ibig sabihin nito? Ang example would be some shopping sites recommended based on the past purchases. Or, kumbaga, yung nasa YouTube, if you're searching for interesting videos based on your search traffic, they will probably appear on your, sa inyong end, right? Okay, and okay, I would like to discuss more on this topic, but unfortunately, I don't have time anymore, unfortunately. So, here we go. This wraps up today's episode para sa Afternoon Live. For more interesting content, please don't forget to subscribe or follow on my social media channels down below. This has been Chanoshino. Thanks for watching this show, and until the next episode, have a great afternoon, everyone.